We are having our rising sixth graders come to our school today, and we are trying our best to welcome them appropriately and expose them to the arts here.
Welcome to Fairview Middle School. Thank you guys so much. We're going to give welcome you guys. We're so glad that you're here. If you can't tell, we're a little pumped and excited to have our rising sixth graders here and to be with us next year. All of the people that are in this room have been planning this for quite some time, and we're really proud of all of the hard work and energy that's gone into it. So let's give a really big round of applause to all of our students here helping you and welcoming you to the school. All right, so a few things we just want to start off by telling you. You just got a chance to see our TCAP video. We're hoping to make that a yearly trend. Today you're going to have an opportunity to see, I'm going to tell you all the different groups you'll have an opportunity to see. Our student council is here. If you guys will raise your hands out there, they're going to take you on a school tour in just a little while, and they're also going to help us with some question and answer sessions, so you'll have a chance to talk to some of the upperclassmen. Our band is here, our band over here, and then we have our sixth grade band over here, so if you're interested in band, you'll get a chance to see what you'll sound like by the end of your sixth grade year. And then our choir is in the background. We're missing any grades? We also have our related arts classes, just our gen ed classes, and our students in here who are helping. So if you guys are here, you can wave your hands and give a good wave as well and say hello. Thank you guys so much for all your hard work this morning. I appreciate it. I want to tell you about sixth grade transition. It's so important for you to find a home. Fairview Middle School, if you think about it, you're at school really as much as you're at home, right? So it's really important that you find a family inside of the school building. We're not a huge school. We're only about 550 students this year, but you can see all of these kids that have made their way into something. So when you get ready to transition over to middle school, make sure you find your place and ask for help if you need a place to plug in. We want you to be plugged in somewhere here at school. We are going to take you to the cafeteria. You were given a card when you first came in here with a color, and those students are going to take you on a school tour in a real small group setting.
And you're going to find a student council representative that's with you currently. And you're going to go with that student council representative. Everyone else can take your seats. I just wanted to welcome you guys again. I am Heather Hayes. I'm the principal at Fairview Middle School. And again, if you didn't hear me before we transitioned out, this is Mr. Holland, and he's the assistant principal here. We are so excited again that you're here.
Today we're at the middle school and it's the Rising Sixth Graders Day to come up here and tour out the middle school and see it. Okay, so what are your thoughts about being a Rising Sixth Grader?
I don't know. I'm just ready because I'm ready to be out of the elementary school.
And that's exciting. What are you excited for whenever you come up here? What are you going to look the most forward to?
PE and the football.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, come on in. Hi, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Sure, just walk that direction. Yep, hi guys.
These are all our non-fiction books. And we usually have a lot more. But since it's the end of the school year, there's inventory going around, and so they're checking all the books and making sure none of them are lost or torn. And then on this other side of the shelf and all along this wall are fiction books, just, you know, cool things to read. And here's our classroom, but Miss Vincey's not in here. She was the one that was speaking to you guys about all the art and all the art networks going on.
Hi! So, you want to come this close?
You guys stay in a line.
And see what's inside. But this is my 8th grade Principles of Manufacturing class. And they are actually manufacturing products right now.
Is bullying more controlled? That was the question. Can I take it?
That's so cute. Hey.
Hello guys. Welcome to Fairview Middle School. Brooks, yes. Hi. Y'all excited to come here next year?
Yeah, I guess.
We're excited to have y'all.
I am. Coach Hayes isn't here today.
No, she's not sick. She's actually driving a field trip.
And then on this side, here's the girls' locker room where the girls will get dressed. Mr. Wilson, right? Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson. And Mr. Wilson. The one that says to show my
Wow, or step on me.
Yeah, I know some of these guys. What have y'all seen so far? In the art library? Did you see all the art things that they had up there in the cafeteria? That's pretty cool stuff.
Chocolate milk now, but
Chocolate milk? Oh.
All right, welcome to the office. I am Miss Hughes, and this is also Miss Hughes. I know, Miss Stephanie and Miss Susan is just fine. This is where you guys will come if you are arriving late to school. But in elementary, you know how mom or grandma, dad has to walk you in and sign you in. That doesn't have to happen. If you do get past the bell, that's okay. We give you a couple tardy passes. You just come in here, sign yourself in, and then we'll give you a pass to class. If you have any bus or attendance notes, a reminder, you have to have a bus note if you ever want to ride a different bus than your home, like normal dismissal. That all comes in here. So feel free to come in and ask for help, ask any questions. This is not a scary place. We will be more than happy to help you guys, okay?
Yeah. And then this is Mr. Boyette and his theater.
Oh, you guys can go in there. I'm sorry.
That's great. Magic happen.
I
was here for 2 months.
Come on, Johnny.
So Johnny, Tuesday, Wednesday, what drama?
He's still here, Landon. He's still here, Landon.
We're gonna be here, Landon.
I'm gonna work. Look, I'm gonna know. So I'll have to take it.
Ethan's in the cafeteria. I can start to go to interviews.
Yeah. Maybe I have my phone on me. So, you guys will do a bunch of projects and skits and games in 6th grade. This is the choir room. It looks really bare at the moment because the risers are gone and they're in the auditorium on the stage. And then some of the instruments are gone. But in the beginning of 6th grade, if you're in music, you'll learn guitar. You'll learn how to play guitar and play songs. And it's super, super fun. And then when you're in 7th and 8th grade, you get the chance to join choir, which I would also recommend. It's really, really fun. You guys get to perform, do certain things and stuff. This is the boys' locker room, and then this is the girls' locker room. This is where you put your phone, if you have a phone. Okay. They do a really great job on teaching all of the sports. So, anybody have any questions about the gym? If you do want to take band next year, you will go in here.
Scoot over.
And don't be afraid to come here, okay? We will answer anything that you need help with. It's not a scary place, so we even have candy on our desk.
Are we excited? Are we excited? Yeah, we're excited. Yeah, we're excited.
In this class, you learn many things about drama. Yeah.
There's stuff 6th graders do, like you make puppets, and you do a puppet show. It's one of your final projects at the beginning of 6th grade class. You have this class for 1 quarter.
These are the library doors and so are those. And so whenever you want to get a book or return a book, you go in here and yes.
Do you have to get a book every time you go? Like
no.
If like at the elementary school, you go like every other week. Do you have to do that?
We go every other week. It's not like required for you to get a book, but you need to have an outside reading book with you, so that whenever you finish in class, you'll have something to do. Why is there a trophy in there? Those are for the TSA conferences. Hello, 5th graders. Okay. And then also this, media crew is for 7th and 8th graders, and so when you sign up for that, you get to make BIS videos.
And is this your first time at the middle school?
No.
All right. And since you're going to be a rising 6th grader, what are you most excited for next year?
PE.
And are you going to miss anything about the elementary school?
No.
Awesome. Well, I hope you're excited as I am, and good luck.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
We're greeting the 5th graders to welcome those Fairview Middle School.
What's the purpose in doing this?
To get them ready and not to have them scared.
We are welcoming the 5th graders from Westwood and Fairview Elementary for their first big extravaganza sort of celebrity welcome to Fairview Middle School.
What's the point in doing this for them?
Well, we want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel that they're welcome. We have a lot of 8th graders out there that are moving to the high school, and so we want the 8th graders to be a part of welcoming the new kids that are coming here. So the kids aren't afraid, so they're excited, so they know what to expect here when they get here.
Do you plan on doing this every year?
Well, yes. From this point on, we're going to see how this goes, but hopefully from this point on, we can just get bigger and bigger and bigger and welcome them every year.
What is your part in it?
I was sort of the organizer. I've had this idea for a little bit, so we thought that we would try it next year, and Principal Hayes challenged me, and she said, "Why can't we do it this year?" And I said, "You know what? Let's do it this year." So we kind of threw it together, and it's going to be awesome.
We've come over today for the 5th graders to take a tour of the building and see what life's going to be like for them as a middle schooler. I think it's absolutely great today. I think it's well organized. I think the kids are really enjoying it. They're all going in different directions so they can come back together and they're not running over each other. So I think it's really great.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask questions. I just want to remind you that this is your first opportunity to make a really good impression, and so I want you to ask purposeful, meaningful questions that you're really curious about. All right, so be thinking right now about questions that you have, curiosities that you have, and we'll start at this time. So just keep eating, keep drinking your milk. We're super glad that you had an opportunity to go through there. Is that different, or is it about the same? Is it different? Okay, so you'll now know how to go through the line, right? Remember that your number is exactly the same, so that won't change. The question was, are fidget spinners allowed? I'm going to let one of the students, if they can answer it, I'm going to let them answer it.
So yes, they are allowed, but some classes do ban them when they become a distraction.
So the answer that Ryan just gave, I'll sum it up, and something that you need to know about us as a school, we shared this with the last group. We want to treat you like the young adults that you are. You're no longer little kids, right? You're coming into middle school, so you're not adults yet, but you're young adults. So the philosophy that we have at our school is that we want you to have privileges that you might not even have had available to you in elementary school, but it's what you do with those privileges that determines whether or not you get to keep it. Does that make sense? So if you handle, the purpose of a fidget is for you to make sure that you're focusing in class. When you begin to use it as a toy, that becomes a problem. So you do have field trips specifically if you're involved in a club. Like for example, our youth in government is on a field trip today. You have an opportunity at the end of your 6th grade year to go on a trip called Nakoti. You'll learn more about that in 6th grade, but it's a really fun trip that they do every year. So if you're involved in things, you're more likely to go on a field trip. We don't really take a lot of field trips associated with just regular classes. That's a great question. We encourage teachers to give students a seating chart. Now that doesn't mean that you don't earn it eventually in your classes or that some teachers don't let you do it. But especially in 6th grade, as 2 schools are melding into one, it's really important to us that we try to structure that for you as much as we can, because the 6th grade transition can be a tough time for kids. So we try to structure it where you're opening yourself up to meet new students and to meet new people. At lunch, you do get free seating unless you don't behave appropriately. We want to treat you like an adult, a young adult that you are, as long as you can handle that responsibility. Are we allowed to keep phones? Owen, I promised you I'd let you do that. Owen?
Yeah, you can keep your phones, only if you're not.
You can have your phone on your body at any point in time in the day, but remember that we expect you to use your technology for the BYOT, which is bring your own technology purposes, so all of their answers are perfectly correct. We don't want you to have your cell phones in the hallways and the gym, and you need to make sure your teacher says, okay, take out your phone at this time. Remember that back in the old days, before there were cell phones, like when I was in school, you just go to the front office and you just make a phone call. So you can, I promise, contact your parents from the front office. You don't have to do that from a cell phone. So she just asked the question, what after-school activities do we have at Fairview Middle School? But there's a ton of different activities that you guys can get involved in. When you get into 6th grade and if you come to the meeting tomorrow night, we'll give you a list of all those extracurricular activities that you're interested in, and you can pursue it that way. She asked, how much time do you have in between your classes? And the answer to that is 4 minutes. And believe it or not, because we're such a small school, and because the school, I came from a school where there are almost 1,300 students. So we had to have 5 minutes in between classes then. But here, the hallways are really not that crowded. So you really can get in and out of your locker in a really decent amount of time. So 4 minutes is plenty of time. Our philosophy as a school is that we're not going to take things away from you unless you're abusing those things. Does that make sense? So I and Mr. Holland both, we have, and our building leadership team, we have the philosophy that if you can handle yourself appropriately as a young adult, you'll have privileges. If you can't handle the responsibility, those privileges will get revoked. That's sort of how we feel about everything. Does middle school ride the bus with high school? And I'm going to let the kids talk to you a little bit about that.
Yes, we do ride the bus with high schoolers. Most of the time, the high schoolers sit in the back, so they're really not a big deal. I mean, you focus on your friends.
So our philosophy, again, at this school is that we want people to come as you are and to feel comfortable with who you are. So if you want to have different colored hair, then that's fine. What we don't want you to come to school and do is stick it in everybody's face and ask them to touch it and talk about it and all that jazz. That's different, you know. Just if you want to have different colored hair, that's fine.